A hidden world online, awash with indecent images of children. Not pornography, but child abuse, plain and simple. Investigators say anyone downloading and viewing them are abusers. This year, the National Crime Agency revealed the results of a major investigation using specialist software to identify it. 660 potential offenders were arrested. 1,000 computers and other devices seized. But the most recent assessment of the problem is that 50,000 people have downloaded and viewed child abuse images online. Investigators are increasingly able to detect them. They use specialist software to identify where on the internet images are being stored, even when users hide their identities. From that, they obtain addresses in the real world. But it all creates a vast amount of potential evidence, and that's the problem.
We want to see these people in the criminal justice system. But in my judgment, if there are 50,000 people involved, we won't be able to identify all of them, and we won't necessarily be able to bring all of them to justice. What we have to do is prioritise the law enforcement effort around the most dangerous people and work hard to bring as many as we possibly can to justice, and we're absolutely determined to do that.
This international operation gathered evidence of the trade in abuse images across the world, but it sat on the shelves of the National Crime Agency and its predecessor for more than a year before being handed to police forces. Last week, Keith Bristow had to apologise to MPs. The offenders, a doctor, a teacher, a grandfather and a football coach, are likely to be the sort of people the NCA has promised to prioritise. The government's critics don't blame the agency, they blame the government.
The Home Secretary has announced an overarching child sexual abuse inquiry. She needs to actually have the courage of her convictions and ask those people in that inquiry to shine their light on the Home Office, on its activities and actually on her own role in this, because she has stunted the growth of CEOP. In fact, she hasn't just stunted it, she's pushed it backwards.
The government said the very reason it made the Child Exploitation and Online Protection Centre part of what's often nicknamed Britain's CIA was to give it more investigative resources.